World Cup. 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 World Cup.
If you think you know how the World Cup works, you are in for a massive shock in exactly 6 days. For the last 30 years, every football fan on the planet has understood the basic math of the tournament: 32 countries, 8 groups, and a clear, simple path to the trophy. It was perfect. But for the 2026 World Cup, FIFA took the traditional rulebook and completely threw it in the trash. The tournament you're about to watch is going to be the biggest, most chaotic, and most confusing sporting event in human history. It has legally broken its own rules, altered its mathematics, and introduced loopholes that will leave millions of fans utterly bewildered. Before you watch a single second of the opening match, you need to understand the 3 bizarre realities that are about to completely break the logic of football. The first major shift comes down to a giant mathematical puzzle. For decades, the group stage was simple. 4 teams in a group, the top 2 move on to the knockout rounds, and the bottom 2 go home. But for 2026, FIFA decided to expand the tournament from 32 teams to a massive 48 teams. At first, FIFA's bosses had a wild idea. They wanted to split the 48 teams into 16 groups of just 3 teams each. But mathematicians and tactical experts immediately realized this would cause a disaster. With only 3 teams in a group, the final match would be played between 2 teams while the third team sat in a hotel room. This meant the 2 playing teams could easily calculate the exact score they needed to fix the match and eliminate the third team together. It would have legalized cheating on global television. Realizing their mistake at the absolute last second, FIFA panicked and changed the rules again. Now there will be 12 groups of 4 teams. But adding 48 teams into that system creates a giant mathematical error. If you only take the top 2 teams from 12 groups, you get 24 teams. And you cannot run a knockout tournament with 24 teams. The math doesn't square up for a bracket. So FIFA introduced the most chaotic rule in sports history, the best third-place loophole. In this World Cup, a country can lose their matches, finish third in their group, pack their bags to go home, and then suddenly find out they are still in the tournament because their math was slightly better than a team in a completely different group. It means the group stage is no longer just about being the team in front of you. It's an invisible mathematical war against countries you aren't even playing. The second reality is a logistical nightmare that will take place across international borders. This is the first time in history that a World Cup is being hosted by 3 massive countries simultaneously: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. On paper, it sounds like a beautiful global celebration. In reality, it is a physical assault on the players' bodies. Instead of staying in one country and taking short bus rides to stadiums, teams will be forced to cross international borders, clear customs, and switch time zones constantly. A squad could play a match in the extreme, suffocating heat and high altitude of Mexico City, fly thousands of miles north into the freezing, rain-heavy climate of Vancouver, Canada, and then fly all the way back down to Miami, Florida. All in the span of a single week. Jet lag, extreme temperature shifts, and constant plane travel are going to be a bigger opponent than the players on the pitch. The country that wins this World Cup won't just be the most talented team, it will be the team whose sports scientists best manage the absolute chaos of travel exhaustion. Finally, we have to look at the secret rule changes that almost altered the fabric of the sport forever. Because FIFA was terrified of teams drawing games on purpose during this massive group stage, they actively debated a rule that sounds like something out of a video game: introducing mandatory penalty shootouts during the group stage. If a game ended in a tie after 90 minutes, teams would immediately go to penalties. The winner of the shootout would get a bonus point, ensuring that no game ever ended in a clean draw. While FIFA ultimately paused this extreme experiment for 2026 to avoid absolute rioting from football purists, they did quietly alter the tiebreaker rules. If teams finish equal on points and goal difference, the tournament will be decided by fair play points, meaning the number of yellow and red cards a team receives. A country could literally be eliminated from the World Cup simply because a substitute player yelled at a referee from the bench 3 weeks prior. In 6 days, when the whistle blows and the lights turn on across North America, the beautiful game is going to look completely different. The stakes have never been higher, the field has never been larger, and the rules have never been this strange. You have been warned. Welcome to the matrix of the 2026 World Cup.